Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, welcome back to MTSB Podcast. MTSB,
Choice,
credible,
high quality,
objective,
integrity,
Konstrak Amalia Alusuna.
excellent.
Okay, see you again with us. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Memvivi as your biology lesson teacher.
And I am Mem Desi as a civic teacher. Today, we will discuss about the diversity issues in our society. Indonesia is called as a multicultural country because Indonesia has many kinds of diversity, like diversity in tribes, and then culture, and then diversity of religion, diversity of race, diversity of food, and then profession, and many more. There are many several factors that why Indonesia has many kind of diversity. One of them is about the location of Indonesia. Indonesia is located between two continents and two oceans, and it makes the citizens from the other country can easier come to Indonesia for trading in the old times. When they do trading in our country, they need more time to stay in our country, and then there is citizens from the other country have married with our citizen in Indonesia, so it make our country become has many kind of diversity. But the diversity that Indonesia has, it can make many conflict in our society. There is two conflict that we will explain. The first is about a lack of equitable development. If we talk about a lack of equitable development, it means that in a country there is some area there that are underdeveloped and poor, while the other area there is developed and prosperous area. So this lack of equitable development can happen because of geographical aspects. So it will arise some problem in the society, like unemployment. Unemployment can happen because a lack of job opportunities. So the citizen in this area decrease the income, and the poverty in this area will increase. And the second problem is about the backwardness, and the last is inflation. The other issues that can arise in our society about that relate in diversity is about eviction for development issues. Ma'am Fifi, what do you think about this conflict?
Okay, when we talking about the evictions, and when we identify the something or conflict that rise by the eviction, it is caused by like eviction, often not carried with or without the fair compensation and without adequate alternative in location to stay and the livelihood to make their economy become less. And then when the economy become less, they can make the conflict bigger and they can produce instability in the region. And then this can causes the problem bigger and bigger because the conflict is can be handled as fast as possible.
Okay. Indonesia has experienced problem about that relate in diversity. If you ever know, maybe, or you ever hear about the conflict in Sampit, between Sampit and Poso, this incident happens because there is a difference mark and culture between tribes, and then there is a jealously social and inequality economy. And the other factors is because the original resident in Sampit and Poso feel marginalized with other or outside resident. And the second incident that ever happened in Indonesia is in Rempang Riau. This incident happened because there is no law protection about the owner of the land, because the law protection in Indonesia didn't optimal. And the last is because there is a gaps power on land in our country. So I think based on the two conflicts that I have explained, I think in our society there is injustice in our society. So how can we anticipate the injustice conflict in our society?
Okay, when we talking about the injustice, it is can be categorized by many category. And then for the economic inequality or injustice for economy, it can anticipate by our government make the regulation or control how the people can have good economy level, and they can increase the access of resources and the needs by the society. And then for the racism aspect, we can grow our awareness and sympathy during each other. And then when the people have good awareness and sympathy each other, they will anticipate the racism, inequality, or injustice. And then for strengthening public space and democracy, we can make the access of education and information become easier. So our people can access it easily when they need the education or the facility to make their life become better. And then the last one is the most important things is all of the component in our country should be combined or do it together to make or to anticipate the injustice in our country, and then it can make our country become harmony like that. And then Ma'am Desi, if we're talking about the injustice, just a few months later, we do an elections, right? And then if we review the election process, we can see, or we still can see, still there are so many injustices there. For example, if we focus on the president candidate, still there is one candidate that we should not mention the name, is using or bringing the religion issues to make other or the people vote them like that. And I think that's not the good things, because as we know that in Indonesia, the people not only in Islam religions, right? And then what do you think about the effort to prevent the racial conflict during the elections?
Okay, there are many efforts that we can do to prevent racial conflict during the elections. The first is for the government can tighten regulation on political campaign. The government can make a clear and strict regulation regarding of the political campaign. Maybe the government can make the rules that include prohibition on the use of symbols or language that refer to particular ethnics and religions. And the second effort, we can promoting dialogue between ethnicities and religion. For the government, maybe they can support this dialogue by giving or providing financial and technical support to community groups that involved in the dialogue. That's for me. Maybe you can add some effort.
Okay, if I can add the effort, number one, we can increase the public participation. And why we should increase public participation? Because it will show to our country or to our people that when all of the people do the participation in the election, they can involve into the election process, and it can minimize the racism phenomena or the racism process to the election. And that's show the the attention or the interest of the people to the election to produce good leader for us together. And then for the second way is by increasing the awareness and education for the people, because when we are increasing the awareness or education of the people, they can thinking or do the critical thinking what should they do, and when they can think optimally or clearly, they can do the right way, and they won't do something that makes the election become something inappropriate like that. And then, if we're talking about the election too, Ma'am Desi, we can also connect it with the social media, right? As we know that in our country, from the kids until the adult, they are using the social media. Social media is very important things to us, but still there are so many conflict or cases that causes by the social media. And then my question for you is, what are the efforts to prevent racism triggered by social media?
Okay, there are some effort that we can do to prevent this conflict in social media. I will divide it into two. There are effort by the community or the citizens of Indonesia, and then the effort that the government should do. For the community or the citizens, we can do become a wise social media user. We can use our intelligence to see what is the difference between where is the good and the bad things in our social media. And then we can mastering the 4 pillars of digital literacy, like digital culture, and then digital ethnics, and then digital safety and digital skills. And the last, for the citizens, we can spread love speech. If we found some hate speech in our social media, maybe like hoax issues, we can replace it with love speech, so the conflict in social media about racism can be prevented. And the last, for the government to prevent this conflict, they can do cyber patrol with monitoring activities in online media. The government can do or make the regulation to citizen how to use media social wisely, or they can make some regulation about how to anticipate the trend of social media. I think that's about the effort to prevent this conflict, Ma'am Fifi. Okay, if we talk about social media, like Ma'am Fifi said before, that social media is used from kids until the adults. Okay, so I think the social media user is more active for the young generation of Indonesia. So I mean, the young generation of Indonesia has important role in our country, but we know that there is many conflict that happen in our country that caused by young generation. Okay, so how can we anticipate it, or maybe you can give some tips for the young generation to prioritize our country based on their individual or group community.
Okay, this is specific about the children or the youth of Indonesia must prioritize the nation or prioritize the interest of the nation. As we know, we have one pledge. This is the youth pledge, right?
Yes.
We still, or we should always remember about it. As we know, in the youth pledge, it is mentioned that we have same language, we have same nation, and we have same homeland. And then that's can be same aspect to us to remember because this country is important and we should prioritize or interest this country like that. And how is the way to prioritize the interests of nation by the youth? Number one is the youth should remember that they are agent of change. When they are always remember that they are agent of change, they can do something that useful or beneficial for our country, so they can make good impact for our country, so become better country time by time like that. And then for the second, for my opinion, the youth should a lot of or they should more learn or educate, and they always remember that education is powerful or the important things that they have to do, because by the education they can become powerful and they can do anything. They can become something that easy to develop something in order to make ourselves and our country become better. And for the big purpose, it can make our country become whole country that harmony and they can live peacefully like.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Fifa, for your answer. I think this is our last meeting. Okay.
Okay.
I hope in our country, Indonesia, we can minimize the conflict between the citizens, between the tribes, between the different religion and the other. Okay, thank you for watching our video.
We see you again on
See you
next
again.
podcast.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.